1. The hidden purpose of suffering. Suffering is something that every human being experiences. It may come in the form of loss, disappointment, or challenges we never expected. In Buddhism, suffering is not seen as a punishment or something unfair. Instead, it is understood as a natural part of life that can guide us toward growth and understanding. When we face difficulties, our first instinct is often to resist them. We wish for things to return to how they were before, or for the pain to simply disappear. Yet if we look more closely, every hardship carries a lesson. Suffering can show us our inner strength, reveal what truly matters, and help us develop patience, compassion, and resilience. Buddhist teachings remind us that suffering is like a teacher in disguise. While it may not make sense in the moment, it encourages us to reflect, to grow, and to let go of attachments that no longer serve us. By asking, "What can I learn from this?" instead of "Why is this happening to me?" we begin to see pain as an opportunity. In this way, suffering is not the end of the story, but the beginning of deeper self-discovery. To expanding perspective, the salt and water parable there is a well-known Buddhist story that explains how perspective changes the way we experience suffering. A disciple once complained to his master that life felt unfair and too heavy to bear. The master listened and asked him to bring a handful of salt. He told the disciple to place the salt in a glass of water and take a sip. The disciple tasted it and found the water bitter. Then the master led him to a lake and asked him to throw the same handful of salt into the water. This time, when the disciple drank, the water tasted pure. The salt had not changed, but its effect was different because the container was larger. The master explained that suffering is like the salt it is a part of life. What changes is how much space we give it. If we hold on too tightly and focus only on our pain, it can feel overwhelming. But if we expand our perspective, suffering becomes easier to carry. This teaching reminds us that challenges do not disappear. But by widening our view and embracing a bigger picture, we can find balance and peace, even in difficult times. 3. Growth through chaos and change. Life rarely moves in a straight, predictable line. Often, the times that bring the most growth are the moments that feel uncertain or difficult. In Buddhism, these periods of disruption are not viewed as accidents, but as opportunities for transformation. Consider the journey of a seed. If it remains on the surface, it will never grow into a tree. For growth to happen, the seed must be buried in the soil, break open, and push through the darkness before it can reach the light. This process is not easy, but it is necessary for life to continue. In the same way, our struggles often prepare us for new stages of growth. When routines are disrupted or plans do not go as expected, we are encouraged to look deeper, question old patterns, and discover new strengths within ourselves. Without challenges, we might stay in our comfort zones and never realize our full potential. Chaos does not mean destruction. It often signals the beginning of change. When we learn to accept these moments as part of the natural rhythm of life, we can move through them with patience and openness, trusting that they hold the seeds of our future growth. For Dharma, trusting life's natural flowing Buddhism, there is a teaching known as Dharma, which refers to the natural order that guides life. It reminds us that nothing happens without purpose, even when we do not fully understand it. As the seasons change at the right time and rivers flow naturally without force, our lives also move according to a rhythm. When things do not go as planned, it is easy to feel frustrated or think that life is working against us. Yet Dharma teaches us that every event, whether joyful or difficult, is part of a larger balance. Obstacles are not meant to stop us, but to guide us back to the path that supports our growth. For example, when something leaves our life, it may be because it no longer serves our development. When something is delayed, it may not yet be the right time. Trusting this natural flow does not mean we stop making choices. It means we act with awareness while also allowing life to unfold at its own pace. By aligning ourselves with Dharma, we reduce unnecessary worry and learn to live with greater patience and trust, knowing that each experience has its place in our journey. 5. Letting go of the illusion of control. From an early age, many of us are taught that if we plan carefully and work hard, life will unfold exactly as we expect. While effort and planning are important, Buddhism reminds us that complete control is an illusion. Life often moves in ways we cannot predict, and no matter how much we prepare, some things remain beyond our influence. When events do not go according to our plans, such as a change in career, relationships, or unexpected challenges, we may feel anxious or wonder what we did wrong. But the truth is, life has its own rhythm. Just as we cannot stop a river from flowing with our hands, we cannot fully control the direction of life. 6. Finding peace in uncertainty is a natural part of life. No matter how much we plan, the future is never fully in our control. Circumstances change, opportunities appear and disappear, and challenges come without warning. Lack of certainty can feel uncomfortable. Buddhism teaches us that peace is not found by removing uncertainty, but by learning how to live with it. Imagine being in a small boat on the ocean. If you try to fight against the waves, you will quickly tire yourself out. But if you learn to move with the water, you will find balance, even when the waves are strong. Life works in a similar way. The more we resist change, the harder it feels. When we adapt and move with events, we discover strength we did not realize we had. Accepting uncertainty does not mean giving up on goals or direction. It means trusting that we can respond wisely to whatever arises. Many times, what first seems like a setback later leads to growth or new opportunities. By focusing less on needing all the answers, more on being present, we find calm. Peace comes not from certainty, but from confidence in our ability to face what life brings.